Hello and welcome to the Candid Cashflow podcast, episode 9. I'm your host, Ava Fales. This episode is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, business, tech, and more. In keeping with this episode's theme of free, there are dozens of free courses available on Skillshare as well. Grab the show notes for a link. Pricing on premium accounts is super affordable, and you have unlimited access to more than 18,000 courses. Perhaps you're on the other side of the coin and have skills to teach others. Top teachers are making 6 figures a year, so be sure to check out Skillshare. Holy goodness, I have got a whopper of a show for you this week. I've said it on this show a couple times before, I love free stuff. The more things I can accomplish without having to pay, the more that adds to my bottom line. An added bonus to that is that free tools allow me to help others even more because free stuff is free, so why not give it a try? I've got 23 free tools and services for you, and I'm going to share them in a countdown format from least to most important. For the sake of brevity, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about each one, but I will try to give you enough information so you know if you want to try that particular tool or not. All the links and info will be in the show notes, so grab that PDF at heyoava.com/episode 9. Coming up, I wanted episode 9 to be something big and valuable because next week I'll be talking about my thoughts on the Candid Cashflow podcast 10 episodes in. So I'll be discussing podcasting in general. So if you've ever thought about doing a podcast yourself, I'll share how I got started. Then in episode 11, after next week, we'll talk about 29 plus ways you can make money online starting today. So I've hugged episode 10 with 2 epic shows to keep you coming back for more. So let's jump in. Here we go. 23 free tools and services that I use to power my business. Buckle up. Number 23. Naro.com. With Naro, you can turn articles into audio, so it's the opposite of speech to text. It's useful because you can convert the stuff you don't have time to read into audio and listen to it instead. It kind of lets you create your own personal podcast. On a free account, you can convert 15 articles per month. You can also extract audio from YouTube videos, but I wouldn't use it for that. Use mp3ify.com instead because it's unlimited. Naro also works great with podcast players like Overcast, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, and Player FM. Number 22, Hemingway. This app helps you make your writing clear and easy to understand. The fully featured app is free to use online, and you can either paste your copy right into the application or write in it directly. Hemingway will color code the areas that need improvement. It also displays the word count and reading level according to grade level for your copy, and it's a great first step if you self-edit your own writing. Number 21, Google Analytics. You can track everything related to your website, including ad campaigns, social media, and so much more. If you learn to use Google Analytics properly, you won't need any other stats tracker. Number 20, Uptime Robot. This is a free service that will monitor the uptime of up to 50 websites. So if your sites are down, Uptime Robot will shoot you an email and let you know. So there's no code or anything to install. You just set up your account, type in your domain, and that's it. Number 19, Drift. Chatbots are all the rage right now. I used Drift with my e-commerce site, and it's a pretty robust service. It sent me an email when someone engaged with the chat on my website, and if I missed that person, I could respond to them via email, which it also grabbed for me. While it's not something that I'm currently using, it was cool to try out, and you can give it a test run with their free account and see if it's something that you can use effectively in your own business. Number 18, Hello Bar. This is a free service that allows you to add an opt-in at the top of your website, and it stays in place when your visitors scroll. So your opt-in is always visible. And you can see it in action on my website at heyoava.com. You'll need a Google account, though, if you decide to sign up for Hello Bar, because that's the only way that you can sign into it. It integrates with most email marketing services, the main ones like MailChimp, Aweber, etc. And you can also split test additional bars to see what works the best for you. If you want an opt-in bar, but you'd also like to test some other pop-ups, welcome mats, modals, and that kind of thing on your website, get Sumo Me instead at sumo.com. You can try all of their tools for free and see which works best up to 500 subscribers. And then they have pay models after that. Number 17, Book Report. If you publish books via Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing or KDP, this is a must-have because it makes all of your KDP reports a much more user-friendly thing to view and get information from. Number 16, Feedly. This is an RSS feed reader, or to put it more simply, a place where you can read all the blogs you follow in one place. I use Feedly to quickly and easily find good content to share on social media, both for myself and my clients. And I'll have more content coming out on that soon. Number 15, Buffer. Buffer is a social media posting tool that allows you to connect Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and Pinterest. You can then post to multiple platforms at once and schedule posts out as well. On a free account, you're allowed to connect one account for each network except Pinterest. Then you can schedule up to 10 messages at a time. Hootsuite also has a free plan as well, and you're able to connect 3 accounts and schedule up to 30 messages. Number 14, Draft to Digital. You may remember Draft to Digital from episode 5 when we discussed self-publishing. Draft to Digital makes it easy. You just upload your manuscript in Word doc format and publish it on up to 10 digital storefronts, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and iBooks. Number 13, Keywords Everywhere. This is a free browser extension available for Chrome and Firefox. It gives you search volume, cost per click or CPC, and competition data on 16 websites like Google, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, YouTube, and more. You can then analyze that list of keywords from other tools like number 9 on this list. I use this method for my headlines. It displays the data both right in the search window, as well as you can use the extension itself separately to view data. Number 12, Todoist. If you aren't setting goals, you aren't getting as much done as you would be getting done if you did set goals. We talked about goal setting in episode 3 of the Candid Cashflow podcast. Increase your potential by setting goals and planning your week in advance with Todoist. Since I'm just one person, it doesn't make sense for me to pay for a CRM like Basecamp or any of the other ones that are out there. So I found that Todoist helps me stay on track with everything from my client work to my laundry. Number 11, YouTube. Not only is YouTube a great free learning and entertainment platform, it's also a good video host. If you make a lot of videos, storage can get extremely expensive very quickly. YouTube is a great solution to that problem, and it integrates easily with most website platforms and services. The ability to monetize your video content, although this has become more difficult recently, is just an added bonus. Number 10, CloudFlare. CloudFlare is a content delivery network, or CDN. What they do is they cache your website to speed it up. They also protect against denial of service or DDoS attacks. My favorite part of the CloudFlare service, though, is the free SSL, which allows me to use the HTTPS protocol and get the SEO boost from Google. I'll be creating content on that topic soon, so stay tuned. Number 9, Keyword.io. This is a service that provides you with hundreds of long-tail keywords for up to 12 different websites, including Google, YouTube, Amazon, and Bing. You can then plug your keyword list into keywords everywhere to find out which ones are the best to use. Number 8, IFTTT.com. This one is huge, and I think I've really failed overall to express the value of this platform. Most people that I talk to about it, they just don't really get it or the potential of it. IFTTT allows you to automate limitless processes. I use it mainly for social media and link building. If you'd like to know more and see it in action, though, opt into my email list and get the free mini course that I have available on that. You will not be sorry. It's super powerful. Really one of the coolest things I've ever found online as a marketer, and it's free. Number 7, Audacity. This is a professional audio recording and editing program that I use for the Candid Cashflow podcast. It's an open source application that is powerful and expandable through multiple plugins. It's also well documented online. I learned to use it through a couple of YouTube tutorials, and I actually spent less than an hour figuring out how to produce a professional sounding audio file for my show. Number 6, MailChimp. I use MailChimp as my email marketing platform. It's free forever for up to 2,000 subscribers, and I can send out 12,000 emails to my lists every month. MailChimp is also super user-friendly, and while it gets a lot of flack for not having an autoresponder, it actually does have an autoresponder. I've used both Aweber and GetResponse in addition to MailChimp, and I've just found that MailChimp is the most effective for me in helping me build my list. The emails look great, and I'm really happy with all of the available tools and analytics. If I ever choose to go with another platform, I can easily export all of my contacts right out of MailChimp and move on with life. And also, as my business grows, I'm able to scale up easily with them. So I really like MailChimp for email marketing. Number 5, Canva.com. And this one ranks right up there with IFTTT as far as value. Canva is a point-and-click graphics editor that simplifies creating all kinds of images, from social media graphics to business cards, with an easy-to-use interface and templates. I recently upgraded to Canva for Business, but I used the free version for 3 years without missing much. The free account is extremely feature-rich. This is yet another service that I have on my list to create more content about in the future. Number 4, Google Drive. If you have a Google account, then you have access to 15 gigabytes of cloud storage and a free Office software suite that is compatible with Microsoft Office through Google Drive. I use Google Docs to write and format all of my published books. I use Google Sheets to save passwords and manage data for my clients. Everything backs up automatically to the cloud, so Google Drive is hands down one of my favorite tools. Number 3, Simple. I previously banked with Bank of America. When I came home to work full-time and my direct deposit from my former job stopped coming in, Bank of America started charging me $12 per month to keep and maintain my personal checking account. This fee, in addition to the resulting overdraft charges, was just unacceptable, so I found a solution in Simple. Simple is an online bank backed by BBVA Compass. They do not charge fees for account maintenance or overdrafts. In fact, they don't charge fees for anything. I've been with them for more than 2 years now and I have 0 complaints. Their customer service is fantastic, and I can turn my debit card on and off. So if I were to lose it, I myself can disable it right away. If you sign up using my link at heyoava.com/simple, you'll get $20 the first time you use your debit card. Number 2, WordPress. I can't imagine powering my sites with any other platform. WordPress is easy to use and customize. I can build any kind of website I want to run with WordPress, including membership sites, forums, blogs, or an online store. WordPress powered 18.9% of websites in 2014. As of November 2017, it powers 28.9% of the entire internet. That's more than a quarter of all the websites online. Nothing else compares to it in my book. I use WordPress pretty much exclusively, so I wouldn't recommend anything else except Shopify, which I discussed in episode 8. Now, drum roll please. The number one free tool in my arsenal is Google Chrome. Without it, none of this would be possible. That's a given. But I use Chrome specifically because of the ability to add and use additional profiles. This is an essential tool for me as a virtual assistant because I'm able to create a profile for each client. I can then log into their accounts without having to log out of my own. This makes doing work for clients a more efficient process. I simply pull up the Chrome profile for that client where I'm already logged in, and I can set up each profile to reopen where I left off and save client passwords just as I do with my own profile. No other browser currently has this capability, so I'm kind of locked into Chrome. I'd love to see Firefox or the new Brave browser come out with this capability in the future. Whew, that was a whopping list. I do have a few honorable mentions that didn't make the list for various reasons. Either they are too general, or I plan to cover them in a future episode, or both. Those are social media, WordPress plugins, and email. As always, if you heard something of interest, be sure to grab the show notes for this episode at heyoava.com/episode 9. I hope that you'll consider subscribing to the Candid Cashflow podcast. You can do that in a number of your favorite apps at heyoava.com/candidcashflow. I release a new episode each Wednesday. The Candid Cashflow newsletter also comes out each Wednesday, and it showcases not only my latest content, but also great stuff from people just like you in my network. If you have something worthy to share and or you'd like to receive the newsletter, visit heyoava.com where you can sign up as well as contact me directly. Remember, next week I'll take a step back and look at how this podcast is progressing after producing 10 episodes. Don't miss it. Until next time, turning your passion into cash flow.